Hello everybody, this is Andree, yoga instructor at JCC. Today our practice is going to be totally restorative. Which means that we're going to do a restorative yin style yoga. So we are going to hold restorative poses for about 3 minutes each, 3 to 5 minutes depending on the pose. We're going to need today a chair because we're going to start with some warm-up sun salutations using the chair, and then you're going to need a bolster or 2 blankets. So let me show you if we use blankets how, if you don't have a bolster like I do, you're going to take either 1 blanket, depending on your flexibility, and you can try this out, or 2 blankets. So if you use 2 blankets or 1 blanket, what you're going to do, you're going to roll up the blankets, creating a bolster. So this is pretty high, and so some of you may wish to have just 1 blanket, or you can use a bolster if you have one, okay? So that's the setup. You're also going to need a strap and 2 blocks. So let's begin by sitting with our legs crossed. And let me tell you the benefit of doing restorative yoga, passive restorative yoga. So the benefits are it improves posture, it speeds up athletic recovery. So if you like to do cardio work like Zumba, spinning or running, and you follow it with a short restorative practice, that will help your body heal faster. It also builds discipline, because as you're holding those positions, you have to be engaged mentally in what is happening in your body. And it improves your breath efficiency by bringing your awareness to the breath. And of course, it relaxes the body. Okay, so we're going to begin now. And I have my clock here that I'm going to be timing each poses, but let's just begin first by doing some sun salutations. So you're going to use the chair, the way I place the chair. So standing here, facing your chair, in Samasthiti, Tadasana, arms resting by your side. You're going to begin by inhaling the arms over your head, looking up. Exhaling, hinge forward, bring your hands to the chair. Pause here, keep your feet hip width apart, come into a flat back. And then exhale, either bring your hands to the floor if you can, or just keep your hands on the chair. Now we're going to step back, hold on to the side of the chair. You're going to step back into a downward facing dog. So I have my hands on the seat of the chair. Again, you can do this without the chair. You can do a regular sun salutations. So fully open the back of your knees. Now, as you begin to inhale, you're going to shift forward to upward facing dog. And then exhale to downward facing dog. You're going to walk your feet forward, come into forward bend, flat back, and come all the way up to standing. Bring the palms together and exhale. Okay, we're going to repeat that two more times. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, forward. Flat back. Now step back into downward facing dog. Fully open the armpits of the shoulders. Open the back of your knees. Pausing here, breathing. Now as you inhale, you want to come up into upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. You're going to step forward, again releasing into your flat back, and then come all the way up. And bring the palms down by your side. Let's repeat this. Bring the arms over your head. Exhale forward, flat back. Step back to downward facing dog. Holding here for 5 breaths. Keep pressing. If you're using the chair, pressing the back of your heels to the floor. And now inhaling, come into upward facing dog. Look up, straight legs, and press back to downward facing dog. And then come to your knees. We're going to move the chair for now. So the first pose that we are going to do, you're going to hold for 3 minutes, is child's pose. Now, we want it to be a relaxing pose, so you're going to take a blanket. So again, you saw how I made my roll here, so we can undo that for now. Take the blanket and fold it this way. Place the blanket underneath your sitting bones. Have your feet, your knees hip width apart. Now you're going to take your other blanket so that you can rest your arms to the blanket, okay? So let's stretch into child's pose and then bring your forehead to the blanket. We're going to hold this for 3 minutes. Observing the breath. So if one blanket is not enough underneath your sitting bones, then you can put 2 blankets. Keep the arms extended. Have your forehead supported, either by the blanket or a block. And breathe into your pose. And do not tighten the belly. So breathe in, relax the belly. And then as you breathe out, notice the belly pulls in, but without you doing it. So you're letting the body breathe on its own. Let your mind and the body release into the pose. You can use the Ujjayi breath, meaning as you take an in breath to the nose, and as you take your out breath, feel and hear the breath in the back of your throat. Just think of your breath as waves crashing onto the sand. I'm going to stay quiet for a couple of minutes now so that you can go deeper into your body. Feel the rhythm of your breath. So we're meditating on the body, using the breath as a focal point. We'll be here for about a few more seconds, about a minute more. You may observe how the sensation in your body changes as you're maintaining this position. And now slowly begin to come back up. Sitting on your heels. Now you're going to remove the blanket from underneath the sitting bones. And we're going to set up what is called a puppy dog. And we're using the puppy dog, the position with the blanket underneath the elbows. So you walk back a little bit. Bring your elbows to the blanket. Bring your forehead to the blanket. So we're going to hold that for 3 minutes. Make sure that you set up, when we're holding your position, you want to make sure you set up your body in the right position so that you can hold for that time. If there's any discomfort right now, you want to readjust your position. And let's go back to the breath. Again, avoid contracting the belly too much. So you want to let the belly relax as you breathe. With 30 seconds to go. So for the last 30 seconds, just bend the elbows, place your forehead on your hands. And then slowly walking your knees in to come up. Okay. Notice the effect that these two poses already has on our mind and on the body. So the next position that we are going to take is we're going to lie down on our backs and we're going to do a spine stretch. So you're going to take your strap. And once again, we're going to hold the position for 3 minutes on each side. So we're not going to break the legs out to the side. We're just going to break the legs straight up to the ceiling. You're not going to go to your maximum. So you're not going to try to get better at this pose. So you place a strap around the ball of the foot. And then hold on to the strap low enough so that your elbows are on the floor. Now, don't try to get any better at this pose, but you want to concentrate on the action. So you're rolling the left thigh in, keeping the toes pretty straight forward, and you're pressing the ball of your foot into the strap. So you want to be in a place, so maybe you may be here depending on your flexibility, but you're not trying to go deeper than your comfort zone. So we're just holding this. You're not even trying to pull on the strap. The strap is just there to guide the leg in an upright position. So instead of pulling on the strap, you are pushing against the strap. Just observe the sensation in the legs. That right leg may be talking to you a lot louder than the left leg. And use your out breath to release into the stretch. You want to keep the pelvic floor firmly anchored on your mat. So we're going to be in this side for 1 more minute. And if you find that the stretch is too tight, I should have told you that at the beginning, you can always keep the other knee bent. So we have 30 seconds to go on that side. Okay, you're not trying to overwork the abdominal muscles. You let the breath open and contract the abdominal muscles. So you feel the belly expand with the in-breath, chest expand, and then feel the retraction with the out-breath. Five more seconds. And bend your knee, give your knee a hug, bend the left knee in, hug both knees. Now extend your right leg on the floor and press the strap around the bottom of the foot of the left leg. And again, we're going to hold this position for 3 minutes. Now notice the difference between the right leg and the left leg. You may find one leg tighter than the other leg. So don't try to improve that leg, just let it be. Just observe the body without forcing any position. Be with the breath. Keep pushing your foot up into the strap. You could even let go of the strap if you have that energy, but just hold on to the strap to stabilize the leg. And once again, if you feel this is too much, you can always bend your right leg. I'm going to be here 1 more minute. Relax the brain. Relax the muscles. Relax the face. Be interested in what is happening in your body. So applying focus on the body creates discipline. It disciplines the mind to be present. A few more seconds to go. Breathing in, breathing out. Keeping the pelvic floor stable. And now slowly bend your knee, letting go of the strap. Give your knee a hug and bring both knees into your chest. And roll up. So the next position that we're going to do is bridge with blocks. So you're going to take a block, and you know the height of the block is dependent on the flexibility of your spine. So if you can lift the spine high enough to slide the block on a high end, then you do that. Otherwise, have the block on a medium height. For that, still have the block on a flat end, okay? So, and then use the block this way underneath your sacrum. So you're going to lie down with your feet hip width apart. Slide the shoulder blades down your back. And then power lift the hips, slide the block underneath your hips. Interlace your fingers if that's comfortable for you. And again, you may have to go up a couple of times just to make sure that the block is in the right place underneath your sacrum. Now, you can have the arms separated, or you can have the interlace your hands, and then press the elbows down to lift between the shoulder blades. So we're going to be here for 3 minutes. So you have the support of the block, but you still want to root the feet down, root the elbows down, so there's no pressure in your neck. You can close your eyes, go deep into the pose. Continue to ground the feet. Keep your knees in alignment with the hip. Keep the chest lifted. Again, observing the body, using your focus on the breath. This pose is really good for all the glands in your neck. That regulates your hormones. It's also really good to open the chest, stretching the intercostal muscles. Relaxing the diaphragm. I'm going to be quiet now for a minute, letting you get deep into your body. There should be no discomfort in your back. I'm going to be here for about 30 more seconds. And then slowly remove the block. Cure your spine down to the floor. And pause here, lying flat. And you want to roll to your side to come up to seated position, setting up for the next pose, which is going to be supine pigeon pose. So you don't have to get up, sorry. So you can stay lying down. Okay, both knees bent, feet planted on the floor. Now you're going to place your right ankle over your left knee. And this time what we're going to do for pigeon pose is that we're going to hold the full pose for 20 breaths. And the way you're going to know your breath, I mean, I will guide you to that, is that we're going to count up to 10. Inhaling 1, exhaling 2, up to 10, and then repeat that a second time, and then we will switch. So bring your left knee toward you, slide your arms underneath your right leg, and stretch your left leg to the floor. Let's begin here. Inhaling 1 and 2. So in breath 3, out breath 4. Continue to breathe this way. Keep moving your right knee away from your body, keeping the knee in alignment with the hip. Let's take 5 more breaths here. And then slowly you're going to release your ankle back to your left knee and come back with both feet on the floor. Pause here, observing the sensation on the right side of your body that you worked on just now. Now we're going to move to the other side. Bring your left ankle over your right knee. Pause there. So make sure you're flexing your foot to protect the knee. And now you're going to bring your right knee in, hold on underneath your left leg, and then stretch your right leg on the floor. We're going to take 10 breaths here, which is, we're going to count to 20, 10 and 10. Five more breaths. When you feel the stretch, you don't try to increase it or stay away from it. You want to maintain the sensation. And slowly bending your right knee, press the left and go over the knee again. And then bring both feet to the floor. Pause here on your back with your knees bent, feet planted. Observe the sensations in your body. And now you're going to roll to your side. Now we need to come up to set up for the next pose, which is going to be reclined cobblers pose. So as I said at the beginning of class, you can use one blanket or two blankets, okay? Or you can use a bolster. So since I have a bolster, I'm going to use a bolster. You're going to take your strap. You're going to make a loop. So what we're going to do now is recline cobblers pose. So you make a loop, and you want to make sure that the buckle, when you have it in, that you can pull on it to tighten if you need to. Now, you can use an extra pillow, or if you're using one blanket, you can use the other blanket for your head. So let's begin first by sitting on the bolster or your blanket. And you are going to place the loop over your head right around the hip. So you don't want it around your waist, you want it around the hip. Bring the feet together, and then you just place the loop around the feet, okay? That's way. Now, you're going to get off the bolster. This is where you can begin to tighten the strap. You're going to lie back onto the bolster. You want to scoot your sitting bones toward your heels. So be sure the blanket is there to support your head. So you don't want to have an extension of the neck. You want the head to be slightly, the chin slightly down. You're going to extend the arms over your head to get length. And then let the arms rest by your side. Again, adjust the strap to make sure you have that support. You can, your position of the hand, you can have the arms out to the side, or you can place your hands on your belly. And we're going to be here for 5 minutes. So close your eyes. And meditate on the body, using the breath as a focal point. You want to relax the belly. You want to relax the legs out. Again, you're not trying to get better. You're just living into that position. This is your home for 5 minutes. Notice if you have any tension in your body. Sometimes the tension can reside in the chest, or reside in any parts of the body, but mostly in this position. You may find tension in your inner thighs, so you're not trying to force the thighs down. You may find tension in the abdominal or chest cavity, and if you do, you want to use your out breath to let go. Let the whole body and mind recede to the background. What does it mean to feel the body? So here you want to discipline your mind to stay focused. Observe if your mind has drifted away into thoughts. All you have to do is come back to the breath. It's impossible to keep thoughts away. You can accept your thoughts and let them go. As you relax the body and mind, you may begin to connect to the weight of your body, to the pull of the earth. When we're able to fully relax, we begin to get a sense of lightness, while at the same time noticing the weight of the body pressing on the mat. Let the belly relax. With each out breath, go deeper into the relaxation. It's also an opportunity, as you lie quietly, to notice the pattern and the quality of your thoughts. So the thoughts are always there in the background as you keep your focus on the breath. We're going to be here for one more minute. now we're preparing the body for the next position, which is a floor twist. So take your hands to the outside of your thighs, bring your knees toward each other, and just take your feet out of the strap. And then come up, removing the strap and moving the bolster and blanket to the side. So you are going to lie down flat on your back. Stretch your arms over your head, getting length. Now you're going to bring your right knee in, pull the knee in, hold on to your shin, and then hold on to your knee with your left hand. We're going to twist to the left. And we're going to hold that twist for 3 minutes. If you need support underneath your knee to relax more, so you take a block, let your knee rest onto the block. Now again, you're not trying to get any better at the pose. You want to keep both shoulder blades on the floor. You can look either straight up to the ceiling, you can turn your head to the right. You can experiment with the position of your head. Close your eyes. Always feel free to adjust the block if it's not in the right position. When we focus on the body, 3 minutes go by very fast. We don't have any agenda. We're just experiencing the body in this position. This is a really good pose to stretch the outer hip, the hamstring, and the glutes, as well as toning the abdominal muscles and the organs. Be here for 30 more seconds. Feel the knee becoming heavy on the block. And then slowly come back to the center. Move the block to the other side. Extend your right leg on the floor. Bring your left knee in, hold on to your shin, pull the knee into your chest. And now taking your knee with your right hand, bring your knee across. Again, press the knee onto the block. Stretch the arms out. 3 minutes.
Can you let go into the twist? Surrendering to the twist. And being quiet so you can be in your body. This is a different experience because we have a tendency to want to force our pose and get better at the pose. And I find it's really hard to just let go of that. To just relax into the position. Undoing. So we have 30 more seconds. Then you're going to slowly roll onto your back. And then bring both knees into your chest. And sit up. So now we're going to take either one blanket or your bolster. So I'm going to use a bolster. And we're going to do a pose that's called Septibanda. I'm afraid I do not know the name in English of that pose. So I will guide you to it. So you're going to place either your 2-roll blanket or one blanket onto the mat in a vertical way, this way, okay? You're going to take your strap, this is the leading to Shavasana, and if you really like this pose, you can definitely stay in it, in Shavasana. So you're going to place the strap around the ankles and tight the ankles. So you feel like a prisoner, but you're going to lie back onto the bolster. So that's going to keep your feet so that you can relax the feet. And then you will lie back enough so that your shoulders come onto the floor. Now, if this is not comfortable for you, then you lie flat in Shavasana. So stretch your arms up to get length, and then release the arm out by your side. Close your eyes. Observe the body. You want to ask this question to yourself sometime. What does it mean to be inside this body? So the mind is focusing on the body and the breath, and the brain just rest. The organic brain just rest to the back of your skull. And your mind rests in the awareness of the body. So remember, you could be just lying flat on your back right now, or just doing Setu Bandha for Shavasana, which means that it should feel good. Can you let go? Relaxing the belly, relaxing the diaphragm, relaxing the fingers and the toes. Relaxing the lips and the forehead. I'm going to be quiet until the end when the bell rings. Now you're going to bend your knees. If you're in the position I'm in, you're going to remove the strap from the ankles. Roll to your side to come up. Take the support for your hips. I hope you're feeling really relaxed after this session, and this is a really good session around the holidays, which sometimes can be stressful. How much we love our families, but the families can be stressful. So I hope you have a wonderful week and a wonderful holiday season. Join your palms together. And as you exhale, bow to yourself with gratitude. Namaste.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.